Where the fuck to start today? The goodest place as any with thanking you guys for all the comments you left on the last video. I want to reply to all of them, but there's a certain insincerity to just, typing to you guys. I really want to respond directly to all you guys because some of you said, really elaborated on your thoughts, and it's like everything I could have asked for from these videos was getting you guys to open up about your perspectives on things, which I fucking dig. So if you want to keep on doing that, I'm all about it. I really appreciate it. And at some point when I get back to the Let's Talks, it'd be really cool to move, sir. Thank you, sir. It'd be really cool to respond in depth to like as many of them as possible. That's definitely the idea. Don't know how I'm gonna do it going forward yet, but everything that you guys have written so far has gone red. It's I've loved all of it. So, like I said, keep on doing it if you want to. If you don't, fucking your prerogative. Another note is that I noticed the fucking audio quality on the last one was kind of shite as well. Fucking, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. This is all I got. I tried the fucking clip-on mic. It didn't work out as well as I was hoping. Now I'm doing the in-car mic. I don't fucking know. We'll figure something out, fam. On to the rides that I gave. I gave 3 fucking rides that were awesome. I've given maybe, I think, 6 or 7 rides so far today. That were, the first 2 were garbage. And then I gave a ride to a Hollywood producer, which was fucking awesome because I'm a huge movie fan. And we had the opportunity to shoot the shit on the last Star Wars, and just talk about it. We got to talk about one of my most recent favorite movies, which was King Arthur, Legend of the Sword or whatever. Guy Ritchie film. I'm a huge Guy Ritchie fan. And he was like, yeah, the movie was garbage, which I get, him feeling that way. And he kind of elaborated on how it was disjointed and stuff, and I get that. I got to say how much I loved it, but we got to really share a lot of perspective. And the thing that I took away from that conversation was he said that the studio he works for fucking Disney, it gives artists an opportunity to be creative and have also a structure to that creativity, which I've always really struggled with and don't fully think those two things can really cohabitate. I think you're either going to be really creative or you're going to be more structured. Like, he works on Marvel movies, and I really think that Marvel movies are kind of just like churning out the same shit over and over and over again, which is fine. There are people who dig that, and good for them for making the movies, good for the people who enjoy the movies. Fucking all those people win. I'm happy for them. But the films that I like a lot more, and there are Marvel movies I fucking like, so there's that. The films I like a lot more, though, are the more quirky, more unique, not afraid to be different, not afraid to break the mold, the ones that aren't going to get a lot of money backing them because they're risky, like the independent movies and shit like that. They're fucking risky investments. So, whatever. There's the end of that one. The next ride I gave was to, and it's weird like stacking this triple feature video of 3 rides because I wanted to do them individually based on each ride. But anyway, so the next ride I gave was to this fine artist, as she described herself as, which I didn't know what the fuck. I just still don't know what a fine artist is because I was like, what does that mean? And she's like, it's just the way that I describe it. I'm like, cool. I still don't know what a fucking fine artist is compared to an artist, but I guess it's just, like the next tier of art. She's really artistic. She was awesome. Not to shit on her too much. She was fucking really cool. And we got to talk about, shit, what the fuck did we talk about? I guess the most notable thing that came away from that conversation was having a certain, all right, let me put it this way. The movie Ex Machina, which was pretty cool. I really enjoyed that movie. There's this famous drip painter. I think his last name's Pollock, if I'm not mistaken. He, the way it's described in the movie is he goes, what if instead of him being able to let his mind go blank and just draw whatever came to his feelings, Instead of that, he had to think of every mark that he made. He couldn't make a single fucking stroke without knowing exactly what it was for. Then the other character he was speaking to said he never would have done a single thing, because that's just not how he operated. That's not how his art was constructed. So she and I went back and forth about finding that balance between thinking about what you're doing and having things that you do, have a purpose to them, compared to just letting go and letting things be as maybe they're naturally supposed to be. Something that she said as well, which I fucking am totally on board with and totally get, is sometimes as artists, you're just a vessel. It's not a matter of what you're consciously thinking of doing. You feel a certain thing for whatever number of reasons, and the art that you're producing is just that idea came to you, it's gone through you, and now other people are experiencing it, which I really dig that perception. So that was the second ride. She was fucking awesome. Third ride was a dude who, really interesting character, really awesome guy, seemed really genuine, and his fucking baby is having issues in the womb, up in the womb. And it was interesting because he goes, I had to decide whether or not to kill my baby, to kill the fetus or whatever the fuck, pre-baby, whatever it is, it's a fetus, right? A pretty intense fucking situation. He's like, that's having complications, it's more likely to be blind, it's more likely to be deaf. They're just fucking problems that they can tell in the womb. And he's, like I said, he had to decide whether or not to fucking end his son or daughter's life. I didn't ask the gender. I didn't want to assume his unborn, dying baby's gender. Wow, that was intense. But anyway, though, so naturally for me, and this is a big reason why I don't think I should ever have children, I try to think as logically as possible about any given situation. Like, in that situation, I'd be like, fuck it, let's hit cancel on that one and let's try again. That's just how I fucking operate. Is that, like, it makes sense to me. And part of it is, like, I totally understand for a female it's much different because the life is inside of them and they've kind of become attached to the little fucking thing growing inside of them. And I totally get that. Makes all the sense in the world to me. But I just don't operate in that fashion. It doesn't work with me on that level. I work so hard on being logical that it's just like I see the problem, like, okay, it's a problem, fucking let's try again, move on, no big deal. Does that make me a less emotional person? Fucking absolutely. But I don't know, for me it's just something I've really strived towards, which was interesting because he actually, when I was saying those things to him, I was super concerned about coming across like this fucking massive douchebag, which I totally get if any of you feel like, wow, what an asshole, you're just telling this guy, no big deal, cancel the kid. It was hilarious because he actually responded like, that's exactly how I felt as well. That's exactly how my thought processes went to, was just, let's just fucking try again, no big deal. He said it was a bit of, an issue to actually make the call to kill a living thing, a living growing thing, but largely where he was emotionally was the same place that I was referring to. And on the other side of it as well, I don't know how having a kid would affect me emotionally. Would it begin to change, like shift my track from trying to be this really logical, really, thinking about fucking everything, compared to going like, oh no, I can't make this decision because it's too tough. It would, kill me to kill my unborn kid. I don't know. How do you guys feel about all that? I said a fucking mouthful today, almost 10 minutes on this video. I wanted to keep these shorter, but I had to talk about all three of those rides. They were really fucking cool. Pick any one of those rides to talk about in the comments if you want to. Talk about all three of them. Talk about none of them. Go have a good tug. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. I appreciate y'all, fam. I'm going to try to not to crash. Bye.